Students, welcome back to our paper CHO5401, that is Chemistry of Natural Products. Since my last lecture, we are discussing about synthesis and structure elucidation of some important natural products. We started with terpenoids. We have defined terpenoids. We see the occurrence of terpenoid and few examples. So friends, we have discussed synthesis of menthol, especially from the Takaso International, Japan. So in 1980s, they developed this synthesis, which is the second most commercially used synthesis of menthol. Then we discuss about its isomers, especially LEO and dextrorotatory isomers. There are total 8 isomers due to their 3 chiral centers. After that, we discuss about some chemical methods used for the identification or confirmation of the structure of the menthol. Okay, so after that, now today's lecture is focused on total synthesis of caryophyllene. Okay, caryophyllene. So caryophyllene is a natural bicyclic sesquiterpenoids, that is a constituent of many essential oils, especially clove oil. Okay, clove in Marathi we say lavang. Okay, so the caryophyllene is the main constituent of essential oil, especially the clove oil. So this is structure of caryophyllene, and the molecular formula is C15H24. Only carbons and hydrogens are there. Its boiling point is 130 degree. It is present in the oil form. Its mass is 204.36 and density is 905 kg per meter cube. So friends, this is the general information about the caryophyllene. Now let's see the total synthesis of caryophyllene. So the first total synthesis of caryophyllene is carried out by E.J. Corey in 1964. Friends, this synthesis is considered as one of the classic demonstration of the possibilities of synthetic organic chemistry at that time. As we already discussed about the Professor E.J. Corey, he is a Nobel laureate and he got the Nobel Prize for its work in the retrosynthesis. So this paper is all about the total synthesis of caryophyllene by E.J. Corey. Especially I will highlight the second author, that is Rajat B. Mitra, which is the scientist in National Chemical Laboratory, Pune. So friends, let's see how the E.J. Corey achieved the total synthesis of caryophyllene. The 4-membered ring in the structure is achieved by 2+2 cycloaddition of 2-methyl 1-propene and with the alpha beta unsaturated cyclohexanone in presence of light. It gives us this isomer, which is a trans, but that trans isomer is converted with the help of KOH and methanol to the cis isomer. So friends, this isomerization is base catalyzes isomerization. So after the isomerization, this molecule, the desired product, is treated with sodium hydride and dimethyl carbonate. So why we need to do this reaction? Because we need to get the CO2 Me group over here. That means after treating it with sodium hydride and dimethyl carbonate, we get beta keto ester. So this beta keto ester again treated with sodium hydride and methyl iodide. Now the methyl iodide, the methylation will carried out or occur at active methylene group, that is which is present in between CO2 Me and carbonyl. So we get the methylation over here, and now this derivative is used for the next reaction. Let's see what is the next reaction. So this derivative is then treated with very important reagent, that is litho derivative of propyl dimethyl acetal. Okay, this is a propyl dimethyl acetal, and when we treat this derivative, as you know that the carbanion over here is most stable carbanion, it will attack on the carbonyl carbon and we get this kind of derivative. Of course, this molecule will attack from the hydrogen side and we get this kind of stereochemistry. The larger molecule will be on the side of this hydrogen and OH will be behind the plane. The next reaction EJ Corey carried out is the reduction of this triple bond to this single bond. So excessive reduction of this triple bond convert this dimethyl acetyl derivative or ester derivative into tetrahydro derivative. Okay, tetrahydro dimethyl acetyl derivative. After treating it with the CrO3, it will convert this derivative, the tetrahydro derivative, into this 5-membered lactone ring system. Okay, so once we get this 5-membered lactone ring system, how we get this? This OH will attack on this ester and we will get this 5-membered lactone ring system. Now this lactone ring system is interestingly hydrolyzed, and the attack of I will say hydrolyze, this CO2M is hydrolyzed, then decarboxylation is take place. After decarboxylation, you know that there will be a carbonyl over here. That carbonyl will attack on this ester carbonyl and this OH will be again free. Okay, carbonyl due to decarboxylation will be generated over here, that will attack on this carbonyl. Now this carbon which bearing methyl group and the carbonyl group of ester will directly attach, and this OH will be the free OH. Now you can see here this carbonyl carbon and the carbon with the methyl group directly attach, and now OH will be free because we did the decarboxylation and then hydrolysis as well as cyclization. So after we getting this reagent, the next steps are very easy. The H2 ranny nickel is used for the reduction of this keto group or carbonyl group. There are so many methods EJ Corey and co-workers tried, but they found that H2 ranny nickel is most convenient method to preserve the stereochemistry. So once we get this OH group, then it tosylated with the tosyl chloride in presence of pyridine. So we get OTS over here. Okay. So once we get OTS over here, the final step is ring opening step. So you can see here. So the ring opening step and its stereospecificity is discussed in the paper. So what author says that there are two possibilities of this 5-6 fused rings. Okay, either the methyl group is down and all two bonds of this 5-membered ring are axial or upwards, but this will cause steric strain. And the second possibility is that methyl group is down and one bond of this 5-membered ring will be down and another will be the up, which will cause less steric hindrance. So author says that only E olefin is generated via this type of intermediate. So what will be actual mechanism? You can see here the OH lone pair will be delocalized over here, and this middle bond of this fused rings will break. It will go over here in between this methyl group carbon and OTS carbon. It will move over here and OTS will act as a leaving group. So once OTS leave, we get this kind of double bond, the double bond which is next to the methyl group and the OTS carbon. Okay, now OTS is not here, so we get this carbon, and only E olefin is achieved with this ring system. Okay, after that the final step of the caryophyllene synthesis is our favorite reaction, that is the Wittig reaction. So Wittig reaction will convert this keto to this carbon-carbon double bond with this kind of halide. Okay, so this is how EJ Corey and co-workers achieved the total synthesis of caryophyllene. So friends, if you want to study this paper, the references are like Corey EJ, JACS, that is a Journal of American Chemical Society, 1963, pages from 362 to 363, whereas Jacks 1964 pages 485 to 492. So this is all about the total synthesis of Caryophyllene by E.J. Corey. So friends, if you have any doubt regarding the synthesis of Caryophyllene, please feel free to ask me. Thank you.